All right, so let's dive into something I think we all see but don't always understand,
Okay.
and that is going viral.
Right.
We've all witnessed it.
Yeah.
A video, a meme,
Mm-hmm.
even a news story suddenly exploding across the internet.
It's true.
But how does it actually happen?
Right.
Is it just random luck? Or is there a method to the madness?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're unpacking in this deep
I
dive.
love it.
It's not just about observing virality.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the mechanics behind it.
Absolutely.
I mean, think of it like baking a cake.
Okay.
You could throw ingredients together randomly and hope for the best,
Yeah.
or you can follow a recipe and increase your chances of success.
You hit the nail on the head there.
So there's a recipe for going viral.
Wow.
That's intriguing.
Not exactly a recipe,
Uh,
but there are definitely some key ingredients
okay.
that can significantly boost a campaign's chances of success.
I'm guessing it's not as simple as just hitting share and hoping for the best.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
All right, so walk me through this.
Sure. So while some viral moments might seem totally spontaneous,
Uh-huh.
a lot of successful campaigns are actually carefully crafted.
Right?
Remember the chuggy trend on TikTok?
Oh,
It felt like it came out of nowhere,
yeah.
but brands like Starbucks
Yeah.
actually jumped on that wave strategically.
Really?
Yeah, they even used it to poke fun at their own pumpkin spice latte.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a great example. It
Yeah.
seemed like an organic trend,
Uh-huh.
but brands saw an opportunity and capitalized on it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like catching a wave at the right moment.
Hmm.
You need to be aware of the current and time your entry perfectly.
Precisely.
Okay.
Now, contrast that with the Popeyes chicken sandwich incident.
Okay.
This wasn't like a meticulously planned campaign,
Hmm.
but a single tweet sparked this massive online debate with Chick-fil-A
Uh-huh.
and led to huge sales for Popeyes.
So two very different approaches,
Right.
both achieving viral success.
Yep.
One was a more organic trend that brands leveraged,
Uh-huh.
while the other was like a spark that ignited a wildfire.
That's a great analogy.
But sometimes
Yeah.
virality isn't about positive trends or marketing wins right.
Right.
Like the Ocean Gate Titan submersible tragedy,
Ah.
that event, as heartbreaking as it was, captivated the public's attention.
Yes.
It sparked endless discussions and memes.
It did.
So it seems like virality can be a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
Even negative events, due to their inherent cultural impact,
Right.
and the public's fascination can go viral.
It's true.
So if there isn't one set path,
Yeah.
what are the common threads?
Yeah.
Are there certain ingredients that make something more likely to go viral?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is. That's what I'm curious
Yeah.
about. Is there a secret formula?
I would.
Or at least a set of guidelines to follow?
Well, there's no guaranteed formula.
Okay.
But we can break down some key ingredients that
Yeah.
often contribute to a campaign's success.
Right. I'm all ears.
Okay, so think of it like a chef understanding which flavors complement each other.
Okay.
So you have relatability and authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
emotional impact, shareability, timeliness, and unexpectedness.
Those are some pretty powerful ingredients.
They are.
Let's break those down one by one.
Okay, sounds good.
Relatability and authenticity make sense.
Yeah,
People want to see themselves in the content they consume, right?
absolutely.
Like when Zara launched their quiet luxury campaign,
Uh-huh.
they showcased minimalist, timeless pieces
Yeah.
that resonated with people who were tired of fast fashion
Right.
and looking for something more sustainable and authentic to their values.
That's a great example.
They tapped into a growing sentiment
Yeah,
and presented themselves as aligned with those values.
that did.
It's like speaking in the same language as your audience,
Hmm.
building a connection through shared understanding.
Exactly.
And what about emotional impact?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's a huge driver of virality.
Huh?
Look at those tearjerker John Lewis Christmas ads.
Oh, I love those.
They release every year in the UK.
Yes.
The 2023 ad with the dog delivering gifts is a perfect example.
That was a good one.
It hit those emotional notes of nostalgic kindness and the joy of giving.
It did.
It's like they bottled up a feeling everyone can relate to
Yeah.
and shared it with the world.
And it worked. Yeah, it really did.
It's like they found that universal language of emotions
Yeah.
that transcends any cultural barrier.
Uh-huh.
And speaking of things that transcend barriers,
Yeah.
shareability is a huge factor too, right?
Absolutely.
Something like the elf on the shelf meme.
Oh, yeah.
It went from this niche holiday activity to a full-blown internet phenomenon.
It's true.
It was fun,
Yeah.
adaptable, and easy to share.
Uh-huh.
People could put their own spin on it,
Yeah.
adding their own creativity and humor.
Exactly.
Think of it like a game of telephone,
Okay.
where the message evolves with each retelling.
Uh-huh.
but the core concept remains. It's that adaptability that makes it so shareable.
I agree.
And then there's timeliness,
Yes.
hitting that sweet spot of what's relevant right now.
Mm.
Content that taps into current events or trends has a higher chance of going viral, right?
Absolutely.
A classic example is the Zoom cat filter incident during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
A lawyer accidentally appeared in a court hearing with a cat filter on,
Yes.
and it blew up online.
It was perfect comedic timing,
It was.
right during the peak of Zoom's relevance.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time
I,
with the right filter.
with the right filter.
And speaking of unexpected,
Okay.
what about brands like Slim Jim?
Oh, yeah.
Their whole approach is absurd humor,
Right.
and somehow they've turned beef sticks into a meme machine.
It's amazing what they've done.
Their Long Boy Gang campaign is a prime example.
It is.
They took something as simple as a Slim Jim
Yeah.
and built a hilarious, irreverent online community around it.
It's incredible.
It's unexpected engaging,
Uh-huh.
and it's resonated strongly with a younger audience.
It really has.
It's like they found a secret passageway to the internet's sense of humor.
I love that analogy.
So we've looked at each of these ingredients individually,
Right.
but do they always work in isolation?
Good question.
Or do they tend to overlap?
They often work best in combination.
Okay.
Think of it like baking that cake again.
Okay.
You need the right balance of ingredients to create something truly special.
Got it.
Take ChatGPT, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a traditional marketing campaign,
Okay.
but its explosion in 2023 was phenomenal.
ChatGPT was everywhere.
Yeah, it was.
I remember using it for everything.
Me too.
From writing emails to brainstorming ideas.
It was such a game changer.
It felt revolutionary, but also a little unnerving.
I know, it's like, what is this thing? And
Yeah.
is it going to take over my job?
Is it going to write the rest of this deep dive for us?
I hope not.
So that's part of what made it so viral.
Yeah.
It was relatable. Everyone could experiment with it.
Right.
It sparked curiosity and even some anxiety about the future of work and creativity.
It really did.
Plus, it launched during a peak of interest in AI.
Right place, right time again.
It's like a rocket ship launching at the perfect moment,
Mhm.
propelled by public fascination.
Exactly.
And don't forget how shareable it was.
Oh, yeah.
People were constantly posting screenshots of funny or impressive things ChatGPT came up with,
Right.
further boosting its reach.
It's true.
So it hit on multiple levels.
Yes.
Combining those key viral ingredients.
Uh-huh.
Now consider Skims shapewear during the FIFA Women's World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Kim Kardashian, the founder,
Right.
partnered with female athletes,
Huh?
reaching a global audience and tapping into that empowering message
Right.
of inclusivity and representation.
Very smart.
That was a smart move.
Yeah.
They leveraged the excitement of the World Cup,
Yeah.
creating content that
Yeah.
felt both timely and relatable.
That's right.
It was like they tapped into the energy of the event itself
Uh-huh.
and channeled it into their campaign.
Exactly.
So that leads us to a big question.
Yeah.
Can we replicate virality?
Can we bottle it?
While a foolproof formula doesn't exist,
Right.
understanding these principles can greatly increase your chances.
Absolutely.
So are there any actionable takeaways
Yeah.
our listeners can use to boost their own chances of creating viral content?
I'm glad you asked. I have a few.
Okay. What are-
Okay, so first and foremost, start with a clear goal.
Okay.
What do you want to achieve with your content?
Right.
Are you aiming for engagement, brand, awareness, conversions?
Okay.
Think of Mr. Beast's philanthropic videos.
Okay.
They're not just random acts of kindness.
Right.
They're strategically aligned with his goal of building a massive loyal audience.
So it's not just about going viral for the sake of it.
Right.
It's about having a purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes keeping it simple is surprisingly effective.
Okay.
Remember the egg post on Instagram? A photo of an egg became the most liked post ever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
It was so bizarre,
It was.
but it captured everyone's attention.
It did.
It was just an egg.
It's a reminder that you don't always need these elaborate productions to go viral.
Right.
Think of it like a whisper in a crowded room.
Okay.
Sometimes a simple message delivered at the right moment can cut through the noise and capture everyone's attention.
So keep it simple, have a clear goal. What else?
Leverage trends, but add your own twist.
Okay.
Spotify Wrapped started as this basic summary of listening habits,
Right.
but it evolved into this yearly viral moment
Yeah.
because it felt personalized and shareable,
That's a perfect example.
right?
They took a basic function
Yeah,
and turned it into a personalized experience people wanted to share.
they did.
It's like taking a familiar song and creating a remix
Yeah.
that's both recognizable and fresh.
I like that.
So they tapped into a trend, year-end reflections,
Uh-huh.
and made it their own. Another crucial tip is to test and iterate.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to experiment with different styles and formats to see what resonates with your audience.
That's right.
Canva is a great example.
Oh, yeah.
Their social media content went from basic tutorials
Mm-hmm.
to these witty, engaging videos
Yeah.
about the struggles of graphic design.
Right.
They found their unique voice through experimentation.
Exactly. They kept testing and refining their approach until they found what worked.
It's a reminder that it's a process.
It is.
And how important is engagement in all of this?
Engagement is crucial.
Okay.
Look at Wendy's on Twitter.
Okay.
Their witty, interactive persona
Uh-huh.
has turned simple replies into viral moments. The
Right.
roast me threads were brilliant.
I loved those.
Right?
They took customer interaction and turned it into viral gold.
They did.
It's like they created a virtual stage
Yeah.
where everyone wanted to participate in the show.
They turned engagement into an art form,
It's true.
creating content people couldn't resist sharing.
Right. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the key ingredients of a viral campaign to real-world examples and actionable tips.
We have.
Hopefully, our listeners now have a deeper understanding of how virality works.
It sounds like there's no magic formula,
Right.
but there are definitely principles we can use to improve our chances.
Absolutely.
That's pretty empowering, actually.
It is.
It means anyone has the potential to create something that goes viral.
Anyone.
It feels like we've demystified the process a bit.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing virality as this random, unpredictable phenomenon,
Right.
we can approach it with a more strategic mindset.
Exactly. And that brings us to our challenge for you today.
Okay.
Think about a recent viral trend you've observed.
Okay.
What made it so captivating?
Right.
What ingredients were at play?
Okay.
Could you replicate those elements in your own content or even in your everyday online interactions?
That's a great challenge.
It is.
It's one thing to observe virality, but it's another to dissect it and understand what's really driving it. Totally.
It's like being a detective looking for those subtle clues
Yeah,
that reveal the bigger picture.
exactly. And by analyzing those trends, you'll start to notice patterns emerge.
Okay.
You'll develop a sharper sense of what resonates with audiences
Right.
and how to create content that has that viral potential.
It's like we're giving our listeners a set of X-ray glasses
I love that.
to see through the noise and understand the underlying mechanisms of virality.
I love it.
And who knows, maybe your next post will be the one that takes the internet by storm.
That's right.
But even if it doesn't reach global fame,
Yeah.
the process of understanding these principles will make you a more effective communicator,
Absolutely.
both online and offline.
Yes.
That's a great point.
Right?
Whether we're talking about marketing campaigns, social media posts, or even everyday conversations, these principles of relatability, emotional impact, and shareability
Yeah.
can help us connect with people on a deeper level.
Absolutely. It's about understanding what makes people tick, what captures their attention, and what compels them to share. And those insights can be applied to so many aspects of our lives.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into the world of viral campaigns.
It has.
We've explored the mechanics, the key ingredients, and even some actionable takeaways.
It is.
Hopefully our listeners now feel equipped to not only understand virality,
Yeah.
but also to leverage its power in their own way.
That's the goal.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure being here.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep exploring the world with us.